Oh, darling, did you know that investing in yourself is the ultimate shortcut to wealth? I know it sounds like something straight out of a cheap self-help book, but listen closely. When you turn yourself into an investment, the return is so high, even the stock market gets jealous. You're here with me, Duchess Dollars, the queen of luxury and financial wisdom, ready to show you how to turn every ounce of potential into pure gold, or at least into a Rolex, okay? Remember Marilyn Monroe in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes? She had a brilliant philosophy. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Wrong. A girl's best friend is her brain, provided it knows how to monetize every brilliant idea. But don't worry. If the brain ever fails, the diamond's always there as a plan B. Now, tell me this. Do you really think Beyoncé wakes up rich and gorgeous because of some divine gift? No, my love. She invests in herself like she's a billion-dollar startup. And you? What are you waiting for? A rich man to fall from the sky? Spoiler alert. Even to marry a millionaire, you need charm, brains, and a strategic wardrobe. I've left some links in the pinned comment below. Your first step to leaving poverty behind with products only rich people understand. So if you're ready to turn your split the bill energy into sign the contract vibes, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel. It's your last chance to stick with me and not miss out on my wealth-building masterclasses. Let's defeat the enemy of mediocrity together, because poverty is an old acquaintance. And here, we aim to be rich, not just well-meaning. 1. How your image is the startup capital of your fortune, or your next millionaire date. Darling, sit down on my velvet couch because I'm about to tell you a secret even the financial world won't admit. First impressions are the IPO of your personal career. That's right. Your image is the initial public offering in the wealth market. And spoiler alert, if you don't look like a promising stock, no one's investing in you. Let's be real. We live in a world where your LinkedIn photo can be worth more than your degree. Is it shallow? Yes. But honey, the world wasn't designed to be fair. It was made for those who know how to play the game. Remember Anna Wintour, the editor of Vogue? She doesn't wear those giant sunglasses because she's sensitive to light. It's because she knows personal branding is like a Swiss bank vault, airtight and unshakable. A study by CareerBuilder found that 70% of employers check social media before hiring someone. So if your profile pic is still a bathroom selfie taken with a prehistoric Samsung, you're sabotaging your own fortune. But here's the twist. Upgrading your public image isn't just about pretty filters and expensive clothes. It's about selling a story. So, invest in narratives, and of course, in a good photographer. And before you say, but Duchess, I'm smart. I don't need to look rich to be rich. Have you ever seen the CEO of a major company show up to a meeting in Crocs? No? Exactly. Even Mark Zuckerberg, with his gray t-shirts, wears fabrics that cost more than a weekend in Paris. Your image isn't just about what you wear, it's what you project. Want to get started? Clean up your social media. Delete those photos from when you thought bangs were trendy. Update your bio with something that screams, I'm a businesswoman, and less, I'm a motivational quote enthusiast. And for the love of all Hermes bags, if your email address is still something like kitty123@gmail.com, change it now. When it comes to clothes, I know it's harsh, but the world judges you by what you wear before you've even said a word. This doesn't mean you have to spend a fortune, though that helps. But learn to wear pieces that speak for you. I'm expensive, exclusive, and impossible to ignore. A well-tailored blazer could be your passport to the club of the wealthy. And if you think image doesn't matter that much, let me tell you this. Remember when Meghan Markle attended her first royal gala? Dressed impeccably, without a crease out of place, she became an icon. But the clothes didn't do all the work. It was the image she crafted. Confident, refined, and sending a clear message that she wasn't just a pretty face. She was a strategist. So, invest in mastering the art of looking ready to take over the world, even if, for now, your world is just the condo board meeting. The summary is simple, darling. The world is an auction, and you are the masterpiece. The more value you add to your image, the higher the bids will go. Now go out there and become a Mona Lisa, with the difference that you'll be smiling because there's money in the bank. 2. Why reading is the most luxurious accessory you can own. Darling, let me tell you a painful truth. While you're spending hours scrolling through Instagram, the women truly conquering the world are flipping through the pages of books. Yes, I know it sounds old-fashioned. Who has time to read? you ask me, between an iced coffee and a quick browse on Pinterest? Well, who has time to stay broke? A Pew Research study revealed that 27% of Americans don't read a single book in a year. 0. Not a single page. That's a whole crowd of people spending more time reading shampoo labels in the shower than investing in their own minds. Here's the paradox. The billionaires you admire, Elon Musk, Oprah, even Mr. Moneybags in my household are avid readers. So if you want to join that exclusive club, you'd better start treating books like the next it bag in your collection. I know what you're thinking. But Duchess, I have reading trauma from school. All those boring books, dusty and full of impossible words, turned me off forever. I get it. No one wants to relive the agony of deciphering Dom Casmurro or any other piece of literature seemingly designed to torment teenagers. But here's the twist. The problem was never reading. It was what you were forced to read. Choosing the wrong book is like wearing stilettos on a lawn. A disaster waiting to happen. Start with books that captivate you. Want to learn about wealth? Read The Richest Man in Babylon. Craving insights with a side of drama and luxury? Pick up a biography of a powerful fashion icon. Because, my dear, the rule is simple. You don't have to love every book, but you need to find the ones that will love you back. Remember Elle Woods in Legally Blonde? Everyone thought she was just a blonde fashionista with an envy-worthy wardrobe. What did she do? Grabbed law books, studied like crazy, and instead of crying over a jerk ex-boyfriend, she went and won her case in court. Never underestimate the power of turning pages, especially when those pages can turn your life upside down, but with plenty of glamour, of course. And before you ask, yes, reading makes you look smarter. Does that matter? More than you think. Articulate people are more likely to get promoted at work and impress in meetings. So if a millionaire man asks you what the last book you read was, please have an answer that isn't the messages in my family WhatsApp group. Books are the only item that can be cheap, but still make you rich. They fit in your bag, don't need batteries, and unlike some people, they'll never let you down. If you want to grow, make money, and impress even Anna Wintour, head to the nearest bookstore and treat books as investments. The greatest luxury is having enough knowledge to never depend on anyone, except maybe your stylist. 3. Why networking is the high heel of your career and mentors are the Louboutins. Darling, do you know what separates a rich woman from a basic one? It's not just the bank account. It's who she knows and who's willing to open those gilded doors for her. I always say it's not enough to be the best-dressed woman in the room. You need to be the best connected one. And spoiler, if you're not talking to the right people, you're wasting an elegant chance to climb the ladder. A Harvard Business Review study found that up to 85% of high-paying jobs are filled through networking. While you're sending out resumes in generic fonts, someone else is sipping cappuccinos with the recruiter. But before you start sending desperate LinkedIn messages, let's align one thing. Networking isn't begging for attention. It's an art, because no one wants to help someone who seems needy, unless maybe Mother Teresa and she's not hiring. I know talking to strangers sounds intimidating for some people, but Duchess, I'm shy. I don't know how to approach anyone. Sweetheart, shyness never filled champagne glasses on private jets. But there's a solution. Turn these interactions into natural opportunities for exchange, not charity requests. Remember, you're not selling yourself. You're positioning yourself as a premium investment, an exclusive IPO, if you will. Start with the people around you. That friend who always has stories about dinners with CEOs and business trips, ask how she got there. Then expand your circles. Attend events, workshops, even a brunch can be an opportunity. Just don't show up with the energy of someone who wants something. Go with the vibe of someone who offers something, even if it's charm, intelligence, or at the very least, a funny anecdote. And mentors? Oh, they're like the tailors of your career. Remember The Devil Wears Prada? Andy only survived working for Miranda Priestly because she found mentors along the way. But here's the thing. Mentors don't fall from the sky, so you need to seek them out strategically. Don't send generic messages like, please inspire me with your wisdom. Show that you bring value, whether it's an innovative idea or sincere recognition of their work. Still think it's tough? Consider this. While you're hesitating to start a conversation, someone else is forming partnerships, getting promoted, or being introduced to their dream man. Worse, maybe it's you who should be shining but is stuck in the dilemma of, I don't want to bother anyone. Bother? Darling, what's truly bothersome is living without reaching what you deserve. Networking isn't about who you know. It's about who knows you and remembers you. Get out of your ideological bubble of friends who only talk about fad diets and trips to Miami, because frankly, that won't make you rich. Expose yourself to different ideas, people from other worlds, other industries. Is it uncomfortable? Yes. But honestly, comfort has never gotten anyone into first class. So go ahead, talk to people, find your mentors, and above all, never underestimate the power of being in the right place, with the right person, at the right time, wearing, of course, the right pair of heels. 4. Courses are the champagne of investments, essential for true luxury. Darling, let me share something that will change your life. Skills are the one thing no recession or divorce can ever take from you. It may sound basic, but learning something new is like buying a Hermes bag. It's expensive, takes effort, but once you have it, no one dares question your worth. And the best part? Unlike a bag, a course can offer far more than envious glances. It can make you rich. People who invest in continuous education earn on average 35% more than those who don't. While some people spend months pinching pennies at supermarket sales, others take a course and boost their income forever. But here's the catch. Many think they don't have the time, money, or energy to learn something new. So they stay trapped in the eternal cycle of poverty. Financially, yes, but tragically, mentally too. I can already hear the excuse. But Duchess, I can't go back to school. My life is too busy. Oh, sweetheart, you have time to binge watch the new season of The Crown, but can't find time to learn skills that could earn you an actual crown? Let me ease your mind. You don't need an MBA from Harvard to turn your life around. Online courses, quick workshops, or even a well-done YouTube tutorial could be the start of a new era of wealth and power for you. Think of it as building the perfect wardrobe. You don't buy everything at once, you start with key pieces. Want to earn more? Take a finance course. Want to launch a business? Invest in marketing lessons. Want to impress Mr. Moneybags on your next trip? French classes, darling. No one can resist a perfectly pronounced voulez-vous coucher avec moi. A practical example. Remember J.Lo? Before she became a multi-million-dollar icon, she was just another girl from the Bronx with a dream. But she invested in dance, acting, and singing lessons, and now she's raking in fortunes while breaking hearts. The lesson is crystal clear. Every skill you acquire is another rung on the ladder to wealth, and in her case, a step closer to the Super Bowl halftime show. Of course, not everything is smooth sailing. Sometimes you'll take a course and think, that changed nothing. Darling, not every luxury purchase offers instant returns, but that doesn't mean it wasn't worth it. The key is to persist. Each new skill is a tool in your wealth-building arsenal, even if it seems insignificant at first. Treat courses and learning as you would a fine wine. Choose wisely, invest confidently, and savor the results over time. Because while some people are spending money on shoes that'll go out of style in 6 months, you'll be accumulating skills that never lose value. Go forth and shine, my future millionaire, because the real luxury is knowing you can achieve anything, as long as you're willing to learn. 5. Traveling isn't a luxury, it's a wealth-building strategy disguised as glamorous vacations. Darling, traveling is so much more than posting Instagram photos with captions like "finding myself" or "living my best life." Traveling is the secret weapon of the wealthy. A true investment that turns your mind into something as exclusive as a limited edition Hermes bag. And before you ask, yes, there's a massive difference between being a tourist and being a traveler. Tourists take poorly filtered photos. Travelers take full advantage of every passport stamp to gain money, culture, and power. Studies show that experiences like travel bring more happiness and satisfaction than material possessions. So that cruise to the Maldives is worth more than the latest Louboutin collection. But before you start booking flights, let me say this. Travel only holds real value when you use it to enrich your worldview, not just to check off cliché tourist spots. Forget the basic itinerary and focus on cultural immersion. But Duchess, traveling is expensive. How can I build wealth while spending on flights and hotels? Sweetheart, let me correct you. Traveling isn't spending. It's investing. as long as you do it right. Here's where many go wrong. They go to Paris just to visit the Eiffel Tower and forget that the real luxury lies in taking cooking classes with local chefs or sipping coffee in hidden cafes where investors and artists discuss ideas that could shape global trends. The solution is to travel with purpose. Choose destinations that can add value to your life and career. Want to learn about entrepreneurship? Head to Tel Aviv, the startup capital. Looking to sharpen your eye for fashion? Milan and Tokyo are waiting for you. If you just want to feel inspired, nothing beats Bali's serenity or New York's energy. Every destination offers a lesson, but only to those willing to open their eyes and hearts, but not their wallets too wide. Remember Julia Roberts in Eat, Pray, Love? She went to Italy, India, and Indonesia not to escape, but to discover who she could become. The problem with the movie is that it romanticizes the introspective side too much, when in reality, travel is more about absorbing than reflecting. If you're going to travel, do it with the goal of bringing something back. Knowledge, ideas, or even a potential client for your new business. I know, it's easy to talk about travel when you have money, but even if your budget doesn't allow for first-class flights yet, start small. A quick trip to a nearby city can open your mind. What matters is stepping out of your bubble. Remember, traveling without connecting with the place is like wearing a ball gown without shoes, completely useless. Now, here's a little elitist tip for you. Whenever you're in a new place, go where the wealthy locals go. Not to show off, okay, maybe a little, but because exclusive places are also where the best ideas and connections happen. The next time you plan a vacation, treat it as a business meeting in disguise. Because traveling isn't just about seeing the world, it's about conquering it, one trip at a time. Darling, now that you know how to invest in yourself, let me ask you something direct. What was the last investment you made that truly changed your life? And no, buying a 24-karat gold face mask doesn't count. Today, we talked about transforming your potential into pure gold, or at least an envy-worthy closet, and that takes more than dreaming. But are you truly ready for the next level? Because investing in yourself is just the beginning of the game. What you do with those investments is what determines whether you'll be rich or just busy. And if you want to know what really separates the wealthy from those who just seem busy, you need to watch my video, 5 Financial Tips Every Rich Woman Wishes She Knew at 20. Because it's no good learning how to invest if you don't know where, how, and most importantly, when to apply those investments. Think about it. Are you investing wisely or just throwing time and money away? Because honestly, no one deserves to waste energy on things that don't pay off. Imagine discovering tips that could have saved you years of work and regrets. That's exactly what I share in that video. And trust me, every tip is worth more than any investment fund. But before you go, let's review today's lesson. You've learned that investing in yourself is essential, that your image, skills, and experiences are your most valuable assets. And yes, a well-planned closet counts too. After all, luxury is part of the strategy. Here's your final tip of the day. Wealth doesn't start in the bank. It starts in your mindset. Are you ready to change yours? Leave a like if you want to be rich, and of course, subscribe to the channel. Not subscribing here is practically a certificate of mental poverty, and no one deserves that. And comment below, I am my best investment, if you enjoyed this video. In the pinned comment, I've left several links to products that only those with rich energy will understand. Go ahead, click, and discover. Now, go watch the next video, because I won't accept any excuses for you staying in mediocrity. After all, I only cry on private jets. What about you?